Listen.
Welcome to DF Tech 101, aka Black Mantle, as I discuss information technology, also known as IT. And in today's video, we are going to go over a part two of a topic that I was talking about earlier on in the months. And it was talking about Google coming into West Memphis, of them investing more than 10 billion into the city of this potential data center that's going to be taking place. But the question that we definitely have to answer and look at today is, from manufacturing to motherboards, and making the connection between the two, can the Delta become a tech hub? And that's what we're going to get into on today's episode. So when we're looking at this, West Memphis, as you know, is part of the Delta, part of the southeast region of the United States, but in the northeast Arkansas area. So we're kind of right in a mix of Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, South Haven, Mississippi, Horn Lake, all those areas. Like, this is all one big major area. But on the Arkansas side, West Memphis is on the Arkansas side. Memphis is on the Tennessee side. So you can pretty much hit all three states by driving through on 40 and 55 in a matter of 15 to 20 minutes. But this area, when you're looking at West Memphis, Arkansas, what you're looking at is an area that is known for logistics and manufacturing. There are many factories here that a lot of blue collar workers work at, whether they're making different kinds of items in these facilities, or they're making car parts and things like that. You have like the FedEx hub around here where they're doing the shipments and stuff like that. But this area in the Memphis metropolitan area is known for manufacturing and known for logistics. But now that Google is coming to town, because remember, we have XAI that is just right over there on President's Island in Memphis, Tennessee. Now Google's over here on the West Memphis side. Now that Google is about to set up shop, I want to explore who is actually going to get hired for these tech jobs that will be coming to the community once this facility opens. And that's what I want to address in today's video, because I want to look at how the Delta region itself stacks up on the situation that is going on for the whole entire region to shift from blue collar roots that it's always had into a booming tech future. Now, as we look at this, I want to take a look at the Delta itself. Okay. For many of you who are not familiar with the area, what you have to know is that the surrounding areas have always longed for being much more in the logistics, shipping, and manufacturing type of area. But you have to also have to look at as well is that the Mississippi River itself, which is the third largest river in the world. You got the Amazon, the Congo, and the Mississippi River. And with the river being the one of the largest rivers in the world, you can only imagine the amount of items that pass down through the river in terms of logistics and farming and things of like that. You have the barges and stuff coming through. So you already know what kind of jobs that we have out here. And what I want to look at, I want to see if I can definitely bring up some things and show you as well too, so I get those aligned up so we can definitely talk about it. But when you got the barges going through the railway supply chain, the infrastructure and stuff like that, this is a lot. So then when you get into the shift of being able to see that Google is coming to town, that's definitely looking in the direction of how the community can move the technology forward. And so what I'm going to show you here, and I'm going to look at this map because I want you all to see it here for those of you who may not be familiar with the area, because I always like to kind of give you just a visual so that you can see exactly like what's going on here. But if you take a look at the map area here, all right, what you have is the West Memphis areas here. So you got 55 coming down here, which just takes you straight up to Chicago, St. Louis. Then you have Interstate 40 here. Takes you all the way out to El Paso. Heck, you can about go all the way out west here. And of course, 40 here, which is going to take you through Nashville up to Knoxville in Tennessee, all the way out east. And 55 taking you all the way down towards Jackson, all the way down to Louisiana, actually, to be honest with you. But this area, so much traffic passed through for different reasons. Semi trucks all coming through, truck stops all the way through. So when you got XAI sitting about right over here in this area, which is on the Memphis, Tennessee side, President's Island, you also will have Google setting up its shop, possibly somewhere around out here. So you have, of course, a major river. You have Memphis International Airport. You got West Memphis Municipal Airport. You got a lot of farmland out there. This is a very big deal, people. Now, as we take a look at this, I definitely want to always make sure to be transparent with you, because the question is, will the people of this region fill these roles, or will outsiders be brought in? Will the citizens of West Memphis, will they be able to get hired for these jobs that are coming from Google when they come into town, or will Google bring in employees from other states and other cities they may have nationally and internationally into the city to get those jobs? Let's definitely talk about this, because this is a very serious matter. That's good that Google's coming to the community, but when you're looking at what the region is built off of, logistics, warehousing, manufacturing, this is not a tech hub like Austin or Charlotte or the Bay Area or Silicon Valley. So the skill set is not here to fulfill those particular type of roles, which will only leave you one option: to bring your own talent in. And so what I talk a lot about on the channel is, when people are getting interested in technology, and I've been talking about this for years, if we want to make Memphis or West Memphis a technological hub, and then Memphis is included in this too. If we want to make the Delta a tech hub, we have to be able to produce those skills. We have to have skilled workers to be in those particular type of roles. And so these roles can be of many different pieces of Google, from cybersecurity, it can be data management, infrastructure support, IT support, cloud technology support. There is a gap between the skills and being prepared for these particular type of roles to take place. Now, the local workforce may be strong in the hands of manufacturing and logistics, but the community lacks the technical training and IT resources and cloud operations. Because who's to say they may get some people from Memphis, may get some people from Nashville or Dallas or San Antonio or St. Louis or Charlotte or New York. Who knows where these people could probably come from? This video is definitely about spreading the word and to educate people, especially in our community, that if you're interested in technology, as I've always been talking about, here's the opportunity. Here is the opportunity to get in on these type of roles that are coming into play. Now, Google may look at these other locations to see who's talented enough to get it started. They may come here for a couple of months to get everything up and running, and then they may leave and try to get in some employees. But here's the thing, people. This is where skills is going to help you out, and who you know is going to help you. Because college degrees are nice. If you get into executive management, that's perfectly fine. That's great. But we have to figure out how local businesses can get into partnerships with trade schools that's going to include technology within them, because they're doing it at other high schools across the state. They should be doing it in more colleges and universities, of course. But here's your opportunity to get in before this come. It doesn't take that long. I've known people to go through boot camps for a couple of months to learn the basics and the introductions and the 101s of technology so that they can move and put their best foot forward. And they've done pretty well. But the area is this is really serious for the fact that we do have a university here, and it's going to be Arkansas State University, West Memphis. And this is here, right out here on the College Boulevard. Workforce Technology Center. Let's go ahead and put this up so we can see this. Because I always like to show the examples. It's good to show the examples. But if you look here on the map, you see the Technology Center is most definitely there. It may be a little bit hard for some of you to see, but right here, Workforce Technology Center. This is ASU Mid-South in West Memphis, Arkansas. Not too far down the road. Will be less than, I would say less than 10 miles from where Google is going to be placed at. Now, when we're looking at this, how would the trade schools, how would the colleges and universities around the area, even far up as Jonesboro over to University of Memphis, how would they get these students to get into the IT certifications? Say they don't finish their college degree, they want to get a certification, they want to get into it. They got to have some kind of training, maybe data center training for people who may be interested in the physical aspects of the work, setting up the networks. This is what's going to be very, very interesting to us here. But what I'm thinking about is the blueprint for the Delta to become a tech hub is going to take more than just people talking about it, but it's going to be having to have the ability to be able to leverage the existing strengths that we have within the community and the infrastructure and the space that we have, and basically attract more startups to actually populate and tech partners to offer by offering them like land, offering them like different tax breaks and workforce programs, even internships. And even if it doesn't get that far, people, if you're in the Marion, West Memphis, Clarksdale, Turl, it could be as far as Forest City, Memphis, or whatever. What I'm thinking which will be the right thing to do is that the people who live here should definitely be able to at least attempt to try to apply for the jobs that are going here if they're interested in tech. But what I'm thinking is the way and how fast that things are moving, more than likely it's going to be people who are not from here that are going to get hired in these particular roles. They're going to be able to fulfill these roles. So you're going to be more people into the city who never lived here before, never thought of living here, but because a big data center is opening up, they need to fulfill those roles with skilled employees, and the skilled employees are not already here because this is not a tech hub. Think about that for a second. This is a positive thing for the city, but is it a positive thing in terms of getting employment for people in the Delta region who reside here? How can they get their tech skills? Because remember, I've been talking about this a lot on the channel. But what I'm could also think about too, people, is the youth programs and internships are very, very important. It's not that many technology companies here in the Marion, West Memphis area, if any at all. Maybe computer repair shops, but this is bigger than that. These particular type of jobs in these big companies like this. Imagine somebody who went to school in West Memphis. They were looking to go out west to work for Google. They're able to still work for Google within the community that they grew up in. That is an awesome thing right there. I would definitely like to see that happen more than people moving in from outside of the community taking the jobs. But here's what they're going to do. They're going to go for who is the most skilled. That will be the best benefit of the company I'm sure anybody would probably think that firsthand. They're going to look for the most skilled workers. But this is a wake up call for West Memphis and the Crittenden County area and the surrounding communities. This is a wake up call that you have to push more tech initiatives in the community so these jobs can thrive. There has to be a pipeline to get their students exposed to cloud operations, cybersecurity, data center infrastructure, network system administration, network administration. This is a wake up call for West Memphis, Marion, Crittenden County, and the surrounding communities within a 50-mile radius. This is a wake up call for you all to start introducing technology into schools because more of these Fortune 500 companies are going to come. That is what I'm predicting. This is possible for us. I've told you, I'll give you plenty of examples on the channel of things that we can do in order to make this work. But when you're looking at this overall, tech doesn't replace manufacturing. We're still going to be a manufacturing and logistical community here in the Crittenden County area. We're still going to be that. But it's going to enhance the community, it's going to be able to put the city on the map. It's going to be able to bring things to the city itself. But the Delta has to be intentional if it wants to have a seat at the next table because this conversation is going to come up again. So for anyone who is here, who's been residing here throughout their life in the Crittenden County area, and if you're interested in tech, and when you comment on the channel about how to get tech jobs, here's an opportunity right here. This is your chance. Wake up and show out. Let's move this forward. As I get more information about different companies coming, once that's public, and I read about it online because I keep a look in the newspapers. I read a lot, talk to people. I learn. I like to learn different things. But as I get the information, I do want to be able to put it out there so that you all can take it and run with it and take it and actually do something with it. I appreciate you for all sticking by on the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing and commenting. If you have any comments, please post it below. Like, listen, and subscribe to the channel, Div Tech 101, aka Black Mantle. Look forward to bringing more technology content to you soon. Stay sharp, stay secure, subscribe for more tech with purpose, only on Div Tech 101.